Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Red Alert 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Green Allies, we have Yuno. Spawn on the right side as the Magenta Empire, we have DachiMK. Those we got a hand, or at least one instant generator, got an instant dojo, 2, probably 3 into repair refineries. Walls going on up. Refinery core has been put out. Second refinery core is almost ready as well. There we go. And packed up the MCV as well. That's pretty early for a pack up. Now do have an air base right here. And that may be close enough to get repairs on both those areas. First Vindicator's almost... That's an Apollo? Wait, why is there Apollo first? Am I going crazy? That has to be some sort of miscue, right? Most people go for a Vindicator first, trying to rush out and bomb a engineer. There's the Apollo. Takes out the burst drone, which I suppose is pretty good. Nobody would expect an Apollo to be the first thing deployed out, but it was. More bombs coming out. Looks like we've got another ore refinery now ready to be deployed on out. And pack some NCV up as well. Got this instant dojo here. The engineer will come on out. Vindicators are too far away. There was a brief moment there where the Vindicators could have bombed it. And now we've got the infantry advancing towards the middle of the map. And we do also have a defender corps there. Immediately turns into rocket anti-aircraft mode. Best to keep them in anti-aircraft mode because it's hard to get reaction times for anti-air rather than for anti-ground. And here comes 3 Vindicators coming on in. And wipes out, destroys that instant dojo before a engineer pops out. He's gotten his 3 Vindicators, 1 Apollo out in the air. Apollo sitting on the high ground. Or hovering, not necessarily sitting. And it's got some pure wars now heading to the various, or just to that single garrison. Vindicators coming for a bombing run. He may bomb these Imperial Warriors. Guess not. He's going in deep. There's an instant dojo here. 2 Vindicators can pick that off. And he's coming in for a bomb run, maybe hitting that defender core. Takes out the power plant. 1 Vindicator does go down. Apollo is in pursuit of that Jet Tengu. Oh, that should be a relatively good trade for the allied player. Got a refinery now out at sea. Here, Warriors trying to clean up that power plant. Probably going, nope, not going for a multi-gunner turret. This power plant's receiving quite a bit of fire right now. He needs to get these Vindicators over here for bombing. Naval Yard has been put out, and here comes those Vindicators. It does get inside that garrison, very nice. It does take out the power plant. And it's going to start sieging down the ore refinery, getting some great damage there. We got a pair of Apollos here. It looks like he replaces Vindicator for an Apollo. Interesting. This has been claimed. Another dojo core here, going for the other oil derrick. Very nice. Now we do have Riptide out at sea. It is close enough to get automatic repairs. But these Imperial Warriors are getting some great damage on these ore refinery. They can put some another big bomber run into that garrison, but the ore refinery is actually under siege. We got a big swell of Jet Tengus now coming on forward. He may need to get a multi-gun turret in this region. Nothing being deployed on out of there. He does get out of the garrison now. Riptide's finding some bursts there, and now we do have a assault destroyer. Assault destroyer can maintain radius of the of the naval yard to get repairs. And Vindicators did come in for a bombing run. Oh no, these are the Apollos. And now boot camp has been blown out. He's going to be hitting boot camp now. I'm not sure what he's going to pull out of the boot camp. Is he going to pull out Peacekeepers? Does get a bonsai charge off. Gets on the wrong and puts up a shield right there. Does clear out one of them. The heroic one's still alive. Does clean that up. Does get guns down the wounded one. He could have sold off that boot camp to get out freshly health Peacekeeper. And does go ahead and bomb down whatever that was. The already mini sub looks like. Prospector makes his way back on home. He will need to get out another ore refinery. Magenta has some great fuel control. In terms of the 2 oil barracks, he has a superior amount of income. And does pull out another ore refinery. Riptide is receiving a bit of fire, but apparently the Riptide's more resilient than a power plant. And the Prospectors does get harassed a little bit there. Sees a full bomber run there taking it out, as well as that one. Denying the harassment. I'm not sure where the Prospector went here. It could have been down right there. This Prospector is, however, making his way up north. Eyeing for northern expansions, going for a lot of expansions. Do have him low in power. He does either destroyed or sold off that defender core. He has another defender core now out the field. Paul's pushing way forward. They do need to fall back. Does get a nice little kill there. Actually, that was a bit of a late retreat. And up here, looks like the Prospector does get spotted and does put the Imperial Warrior on top of the expansion point, so he will need to play out a multi-gun turret. Or a Vindicator's Compartment. Drops 2 bombs there, very nice. Dojo Core here still up and going. He could actually grab the observation post. Two assault destroyers are now on the field. We do got these Yari main subs advancing forward. Does get Final Forges off on the ore refinery. Doesn't take it out. Another Yari main sub. The assault destroyers cannons can hit the naval targets and does take out that ore refinery. Good harassment there. Did throw a lot in there. We do have the command hub here. You can pull out, of course, like I said, the multi-gunner turret. No multi-gunner turret on the build queue. Now, assault destroyers will make their assault out. Apollo's advancing forward. We got, looks like 4 Apollos. I'm not sure what happened to the Vindicators. One Apollo does go down. He may have, yeah, he does have a second air base, so the Vindicators are still probably up and going. This Prospect is making his way back home. He could try to make his way up north. More and more Imperial Warriors are advancing forward up north as well. Assault Destroyers are at sea. He may just want to go and attack. Assault Destroyers can go in and crush the Prospectors. But we do have some Chopper VXs now up in the air. But he does have some Apollo escort. All 4 Apollos come in to support the Assault Destroyers. And the command hub does go down to the mass Imperial Warrior. He does have this extra Prospector still here. And the Apollos are getting ripped apart. He does try to bring the Black Hole Armor to protect them, but looks like the Black Hole Armor did not protect them. Thank you for the YouTube subscribe. I didn't see your name. Apollos do go on down. 2 striker bases on the ground. It looks like the Assault Destroyers go down as well. That's a lot of losses for the allied player. The other Assault Destroyers actually still in this region. Does manage to destroy or crush the Prospector. Does activate the Black Hole Armor there. Black Hole Armor does allow them to take more damage there. War Collector maybe try and run away from the Assault Destroyer, and the Assault Destroyer does go down as well. That's a lot of Imperial Warriors up here. We got the command hub being deployed on out. I'm assuming it's close enough for the expansion point. At this point in time, he probably needs a couple multi-gunner turrets as well to protect that. Tier 2 has been researched, so we could see quadrocopters among other items. Massive bonsai charge coming forward, trying to close the distance quickly. But everything is surrounded by walls except for this little patch here, which can be quickly redeployed with walls. There's another patch here with walls. And here comes the Vindicator bomb runs. We've got the Riptide from earlier still here. Seeing quite a bit of fire. Looks like at least one heroic Imperial Warrior. And does go towards the airfield for repairs. And he's receiving quite a bit of fire there. He needs to make sure to focus down some of these wounded Imperial Warriors. And he's out of the range of the repairs. It's a bit of an oversight and does go down. That was easily savable. Big bomb runs there. Maybe bad bomb micro. Quadrocopter coming forward. Now trying to siege down the ore refinery. Needs to pull out some more wall segments. Over here got the command hub not being focused down. Good bombing runs there. And these guys are all quite wounded. The Hurricane, of course, can heal, but will be frozen. Can he still heal while being frozen? I'm not sure. Your warriors now trying to make their advance towards this power plant. We got the Assault Destroyer out at now out at sea, but on land. After taking a page out of Dr. Brackman's book, don't you wish your destroyers to sprout glorious legs and make their way on land? Definitely not how he said it. Oh yes, not how he said it. Assault Destroyers is receiving a bit of fire from the Imperial Warriors, trying to freeze on the garrison. It does freeze garrison there as well. Does get the bomb there. Number of Apollos here. One of the indicators does go down, but a number of the Jet Tengus go down. Now we do got the Striker VX pushing way forward, but the Black Hole Armor does absorb those shots. So the fire from the ground going into the air, the Black Hole Armor can intercept, but it looks like the Jet Tengus versus the Apollos in the air cannot be intercepted. Or maybe poorly. More Yari mini-subs making their way forward. Yari mini-subs cannot... Oh, Black Hole Armor does not stop the last final voyage. In purple, the Empire player still has both oil derricks. You have a couple Javelin troops inside the garrison, who can be very handy in order to ward away these Striker VXs. More Yari mini-subs would probably take 2 more, though he could stick around and throw some torpedoes. Nope, the final voyage was just enough. And immediately redeploys it. He had that queued up already. Not sure if that was a good or bad thing. He actually had that queued up and there's no actual potential expansion point, so he had that queued up believing it was going to go down to more Yari mini-subs. Prospectors make his way forward. The Yari mini-subs could push their way forward and throw some torpedoes on the Prospectors. Why is there 2 Prospectors there? He may have actually grabbed the Prospector over here. Quadcopter advance is trying to freeze down the Bureau docks. Bureau docks does get frozen. It's just tier 1. Good bomb around there, again, fully veteran, fully heroic. But now we do have a whole handful of Imperial Warriors advancing forward. These are Javelin troops, not Peacekeepers. Yari mini-subs getting some hits there onto the Prospector. Does take it out there with the torpedoes. This command hub is receiving quite a bit of fire now. Does get fully built. And Yari mini-subs going to try to be frozen. And Vindicator does not get the kill there. And even the heroic veterancy needs all 3 bombs in order to get the kill on a Yari mini-sub when fully heroic. We got a massive wave of Apollos now out in the air. Try and bonsai charge forward. A nice little garrison re-garrison there, getting rid of all those Javelin troops there. Yari mini-subs, one that's been frozen. We got a good number of Tsunami tanks and Imperial Warriors advancing forward. The Assault Destroyer just needs to get on out of there. Going out to sea is probably a good idea. The cannon does not have full 360 coverage, and the Assault Destroyer does go down. Command hub does go down, gaining veterancy on the wounded Yari mini-sub. And now these Cryocopters get spotted by the Jet Tengus. Apollo's now finding on the Jet Tengus. Going to try to pursue them, able to get some damage there.
No way!
And one does go down, and they do transform on the ground, or in the sea. Would have gone to IFE's not enough. I thought I heard a final squadron, so we don't see a final squadron. And here comes an aircraft carrier, so he has tier 3. EMP missile gets a direct hit there, getting everything except for a single Striker VX, but nothing for the follow-up. Cryo again now coming forward. It should be able to freeze down all the stuff. Does get all the point defense drones as well. And it's going to take a bit of time to get rid of all that assets. Tsunami trying to pursue SC is low in power as well. The stuff is still frozen. Peacekeepers advance forward. The infantry gets unfrozen. It does get the Tsunami tank there. Gets one of the Striker VXs. The Elite Striker VX does transform and try to get away. and does get pursued down there and destroyed by the Apollos. Try to get the rest of these Striker VXs. They can do a mass transform. Another Striker VXs, another Striker VX. And one of the Apollos do go down as well. Infantry start making their advance with a pseudo tsunami tank there. He does have a fully heroic Vindicator. Not sure if it has bombs. And a fully heroic Vindicator is able to bomb down tsunami tank by itself. Imperial Warriors are making way forward. Aircraft carrier getting some good sorties. Now Emperor's Rage coming on forward. He needs to redeploy some more wall segments here. He may actually not have build radius there. And that ore refinery does go down, starting to hit the airfield now. Here comes the Apollos. And, oh, number of the aircraft going down. Now we got the magenta missiles firing away. Does stop. No, the tsunami tank's still alive. Got all these forces as well. The airfield can still be under siege. Needs to break open some holes. This prospector's ore refinery is under siege as well. He does have one expansion now at sea. Sub destroyer and veteran aircraft carrier with now 2 aircraft carriers. And does go and seal off the infrastructure there. You could potentially save some of the Peacekeeper by moving towards the edge of the wall segment. Not like that would matter much. Green does not have a whole lot of infrastructure left. We've got 2 magenta oil derricks still. These aircraft carriers, not oil refineries, but here comes the aircraft carriers. Oh, how long has this one been stuck right there? Does get destroyed either way. Yardy Mesa charging on forward. Final Voyage is getting some good splash damage there. Sub Destroyer and gets that Yardy Mesa up there. Does lose the heroic aircraft carrier to the Yardy mini subs. And also got the heightened technology. I forget what exact that protocol is called. The cryocopters. Now with these sorties going down, Mecha Bay is receiving quite a bit higher. It is the level 2 Mecha Bay. Ooh, and both these naval units are severely wounded. Trying to freeze down the Imperial docks, but we've got one more Yardy mini sub, and it will go straight for the aircraft carrier. Takes it out. Does manage to save the Mecha Bay. And Dockyard is frozen. A number of Striker VXs here, one fully heroic. And I've got a pair of Jet Fingers, both of them veteran. Star Destroyer does finish it off, does get 1 level of veterancy. That must have been point defense drones. Another naval dockyard being deployed on out. We've got 2 refineries for magenta and 2 oil derricks still. Green only has 1. And right now green is just going straight for military. Trying to freeze down this dockyard. We've got more assault destroyers. Cryogen does come forward, getting some great damage there. Needs to make sure he can start getting crushes and kills there. Got a veteran and elite assault destroyer. Apollo's charging him forward, does pick up the aircraft. Assault destroyer does go down. The veteran aircraft carrier or assault destroyer does get the crush there. Severely wounded. Got some shrinks there on the Striker VXs and freezes. He's hit that Defender Core. Defender Core does not get destroyed, nor does this Prospector. Imperial Dock could be unfrozen relatively soon. And we've got a, looks like it appear to be a Wall Swing or Defender Core. Defender Core being deployed on out. Does get a freeze on one of those Defender Cores. This Defender Core has finally been chilled out. Does get refrozen. Too many Defender Cores here. Needs another Assault Destroyer. Aircraft carrier being deployed out. But he's going, he is forced a massive response with these Defender Cores. Soon there's going to be 4 deployed out in the field. Let's take up the Imperial docks there. No veterancy onto the aircraft carrier. Trying to go for bomb run sorties onto that ore refinery is being successful. Here comes another bomb run. It will take out the naval yard and does throw a couple bombs there onto the defender core. Has a good number of defensive polos. He does pull back the wounded crowdcopter. Might as well get it repairs. A good there on the instant generator. Got another mecha bay. He will need some striker VXs and jet tengus. He does have plenty of economy still. He can actually abandon that base. That would be a great idea, but he can't have the possibility. Tsunami tank now trying to hit this aircraft here. Gains good damage there. Does get the Emperor's Rage. And a Striker VX on the sea does get some good hits there. Takes out one of the crowdcopters. Does keep the Tsunami tank frozen. Trying to go for the bomb run there on the heroic. Striker VX does force it to transform. And now the Apollo's going to be pursuing it. It's an opportunity. One's elite, one's veteran, and that fully heroic Chopper VX could lead off a lot of efficiency. Got the two veteran jet tank, Mega Tengus that we saw earlier are still alive, trying to hit this power plant. And got another ore refinery there. He does actually put back his construction yard near his original spawn. Power plant is almost down over here. We've got still a frozen Vindicator, and we've got the Imperial Warriors getting some damage there onto the aircraft carrier. He is low in power, does deploy another power plant, Riptide out at sea. Does get a nice transform there. And it sounds like he got to transform the other locations as well, able to deny both those refinery locations. Aircraft carrier, once it gets a fully heroic, gets an extra health regen, which can be very handy indeed. I think he's going for the defender core. Just for a power plant. Not shooting down the strike craft in time. Does get efficiency there, and does manage to get fully heroic. Ooh, and these Imperial Warriors could be quickly killed off. One bomb run could do it. Bomb runs onto the Striker VX is very nice. And now we've got a sleeper ambush. Getting 5 ink busters right there can be very deadly indeed. They're excellent versus structures and does get 2 of them fully heroic immediately. Try and cleave through some of this walls. He may have misclicked it right there. Needs to start cleaving through some walls. Cryogen has been cast right there. Does get frozen or low power due to the fact that MCV was backed on up. Ooh, an aircraft carrier does in fact go down. Maybe from the Imperial Warriors, so that's unlikely though. Got some already mini subs out at sea. The air base is out at sea as well. Needs repairs from the air base. Sells it off. Oh, he's going to try to crush those Imperial ink busters. Does go ahead and hold, keep them suppressed. He could use some final voyage there onto the airfield, depending on getting any aircraft off the deck, but looks like nothing's packed up at the moment. May get something there. Does go ahead and destroy out the air base. Peacekeeper advancing forward, gains some great AoE damage onto the tank busters. Getting only one of them, however. Now the Peacekeeper's advancing forward. Crowdcopter's getting some good freezes there. Looks like the MCV was fully frozen. Vindicator coming for some surgical bombing runs. Gets the engineer as well. Jet still has plenty of income, but no production structures other than a instant dojo. He needs to start producing stuff for the instant dojo immediately. And likely he has a plenty of 2 oil derricks and 1 ore refinery. Oh no, he does have Imperial docks. Very good. Green's been forced back onto land. Not sure how much income Green has left, but doesn't have a whole lot of structures left. Not even a power plant, so he will need to blow out a power plant, then an ore refinery if possible. And Naval Dockyard does get spotted there. He may need to go for a power plant into the air base, because right now he may not have enough money. Let's take a look on their money. Howdy. Yeah, the Empire player has plenty of income. He actually lost his dojo, so he needs to start spamming out ore collectors because they at least have a gun. Got ore refinery here, very good. The allied player has at least a income and able to produce. But right now, he needs to protect his income right there. He does have the free trade upgrade. Not a lot of ore left right there. This ore refinery had about the same amount. Going out on airfield, he needs to get out some multi-gun turrets. He may not realize how much his opponent is crippled. He needs to start pulling out, like I said, ore collectors. They have a gun. And does wall it up, and there's still opening there. If he walls up a bit more, he doesn't really. He will actually stop him from actually saving structures if he walls off enough. Walls off enough. Blah, can't speak. And there we go. His MCV's now perfectly safe. And his ore running is now perfectly safe. There's nothing can do to break it. I don't know if ore collectors can break through the walls. They could potentially. And not deploy any ore collectors. He's trying to force fire the ground, but it's not going to break the walls. He's repairing the wall segments as well. Ore refinery is now being frozen and potentially destroyed. Does get frozen there. And the ore refinery does go down. This ore refinery will go down, and Magenta's backed out of the game. This and Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.